Welcome to Disquieted, fourth podcast. The previous ones weren't actually in order, but we'll forget about that. So I'm Simon.
I'm George.
Not last week, week before, we put out Starmer is either hated man, most hated politician.
Most hated man.
Man, politician.
I think man.
I think he's starting to be the most hated man in the UK.
Yeah.
But, so we had the litmus test.
Local elections.
Local elections.
Hot topic.
Oh, it's been all over the news.
Very hot topic.
Now, I've been watching both sides, right and left.
Yeah.
A lot of the left are melting down because our most successful, unelected until last elections, politician that we've had in years, his party, Reform, have swept the board, really.
Yeah, well, that's what they say.
Flipped it.
Well, I don't know what the actual success figure. I haven't actually looked at it, but the headlines are all about Labour getting decimated and
Well, they lost their home country.
yes, Wales. Yeah, they lost that one.
Lost that completely. Scotland,
But,
gone. England, they've gone. Yeah, they're just
The thing is, though, is it really a massive surprise?
No.
Labour must have seen it coming, surely.
I don't know. They're a bit thick. So I don't think they did see it. They saw it coming, but they didn't believe it was going to happen because they didn't think. They thought that their followers would stay with them, but they're not talking the language, and they're not doing the things that the British. I can't believe I keep having to say this now. Native population. Yeah, I can't believe we're having to designate native population in the UK. I never thought it'd come down to this. They're not listening to what they want. No political party in the last 20 years has actually listened to what the British public are saying. They think they're right on the left.
Yeah, I think that this is the whole thing about I find that this is just a reaction to the left, sort of the extreme left at the moment, because I think the left went too far, and I think it just went silly, and it got extreme. And like the extremists aren't on the right. I think the extremists are on the left because if you look at what they do, they want to get rid of free speech. So if you don't agree with what they say, cancel culture. We talked about this on the podcast before. So if you don't agree with the left, they will label you.
Yeah, they'll label you one thing, racist.
Yeah, well, amongst other things.
Pretty much what
There's
they'll label.
several words they like to use. Cancel culture. So they'll get rid of anybody they don't want to agree with. Anyone that's not in agreement with them, you're cancelled. You'll get, axed. So this is just, I find that this is just a reaction to the extreme left that we've been seeing. So I find that it's always like a pendulum, and it swings and it swings and it swings. And I find that we've swung so hard and so quick to the left, and now this is just a result of that. We're seeing a snap back the other way, and it will settle, hopefully, in the middle. But some of the things that the left, want to do, like, cancel borders, gender ideology, all of the things that go against conservatism in the country, it's just a pendulum swinging back. And if anybody's surprised by the result, why? Because surely you saw this was coming. And the problem with the left is they don't actually listen. They don't want to engage. They don't want to listen to the other side of the argument. They just want to try and dominate and speak over you, and they don't want to listen. And when you don't want to listen, this is what you end up with.
It's exactly true. I came up with with however you would say it, the left have turned into the far right.
Yeah, the old far right from the 80s.
But they're in a posh frock.
Yeah.
They're the far right from the 80s in a posh frock.
Oh, God.
But if you think, it is what they're doing is what the far right wanted to do in the 80s. But half of it opposite to it, but it's still the extremism.
Yeah, it's extremism, yeah.
And no, but the thing is, you can't turn around and say to them, you're being an extremist, because that turns you into an extremist.
Well, if they don't want to listen,
How does that work?
if they don't want to listen to the other side's view, and they're just going to resort to calling you names,
yeah,
you've got no chance. You're not going to be able to have a conversation with somebody like that. No. Because if you're trying to have reason with logic and say, this is my argument, and they just say, well, that's because you're not going to get anywhere, are you?
There's one thing that I've watched a few of these reaction videos on how the left melted.
Oh, yeah.
They're hilarious. A lot of them are like, oh, that's it, my rights have gone. What they don't realise, the left have got this thing in their heads that all their rights that they've got come from the ECHR, come from Europe.
Yeah.
What they obviously haven't looked at this properly. Who wrote the Human Rights Act?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest.
After the Second World War, it was a group of British solicitors and some other people wrote the Human Rights Act that the ECHR uses. It's the British that put it in place. Mm-hmm. All the rights that they have in Europe, they were in law in the UK before they were in law in Europe.
Yeah.
And the likes of Farage, yes, okay, everyone thinks he's far right, but actually he's more centre right, mm-hmm. and he says he actually does that, I'm centre right. He's not going to get rid of those. I don't think he will.
Does he even want to, though?
No, he doesn't want to get rid of those rights.
So
he just
wants to do what a lot of people want, and that's control immigration.
That's his big soapbox. I call it a soapbox.
Well, isn't that a big thing for everybody in the UK? Don't they want to control their borders? What's the point of having a border?
Oh, exactly.
It always cracks me up because I think sometimes you get people coming in, through an airport, let's say.
Yeah.
Stopped for 3 to 4 to 5 hours, questioned. And these are people that have lived here their whole lives. But you get on a boat, come over,
you're fine. As long as you've got a good suntan.
You'll be fine.
If you've got... So, anyone that... I used to know someone from Australia. Yeah, he came over here, tried to get all his visas sorted, to work here, and he couldn't get it all sorted. So we just turned around to him and said, go and get yourself a good suntan, go and get on a boat, come over, you'll be fine. Yeah. He ended up having to go back.
You'll get cancelled for saying that.
Yeah, but it's true. You get cancelled for stuff that's true. Yeah,
you're not allowed.
I know. I've said it now. But moving from that on to the actual results that we had.
Were you surprised by it?
I was not surprised at all. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah. The writing was on the wall. It was spray painted, and then by a graffiti artist, and then we had an artist underneath it writing it so you can actually read it. Have you noticed that though? Graffiti, you can't read the writing.
No, never could, to be honest with you.
You can never read it. It's like, oh, these amazing artists, look at all this graffiti. And they're written it just looks like blodges. Anyway.
So what you're saying is the writing was on the wall?
The writing was on the wall. You couldn't read it. Well, Labour couldn't read it. But what the left are not saying is this is a litmus test. So the left could be going, all right, we've lost this. We lost this battle. We've still got the war to go. So, and you can lose a battle in a war and still win the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, which I think is great. And I'm happy for whichever side to do it as long as they look after the country. So suddenly this reform have got serious amounts of local government now.
Yeah.
The British public are now looking at that going, are you going to perform? Are you going to do well? Is it going, being in the local government, are my potholes going to be filled? Are my bins going to be collected? So in Cambridge, is our potholes going to be filled? That's my main bugbear. And Labour got back in and I'm looking at going, you spent 23 million on a road where you could have spent, which made it worse.
Yeah.
The traffic's backed up now all the way up the road pretty much in rush hour, which it never used to be. Yet we've got potholes everywhere. Couldn't they have not put that 23 million into fixing the roads?
It's funny, isn't it?
No, it couldn't because we've got to make this really nice road. Chop down half the trees on it.
Best thing, right? You pay road tax, right? And it's like, and then you have to go and get an MOT, yeah, to see if your car is roadworthy. And you look at the roads and you go, are they roadworthy?
Yeah, the road's roadworthy.
You know, we have to. All of our cars in the UK, if you're watching this abroad, have to have a test done to see if they could drive down the road. But they don't tell you the quality of the road, though, do they? So you could hit a pothole and your whole suspension's gone, completely gone, and your car will fail its MOT.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's crazy.
I worked with one guy. He had a Scirocco, the second generation.
Oh, I love that
the
car.
curvy one.
Yeah.
Not the original.
Not the original.
The original one. I like the original. Corolla was better though.
Yeah.
But he had, I think it was 19-inch wheels on it. So his tyres were elastic bands.
Low profiles.
Low profiles. But low profiles, it used to be like 45s. So there's 45s is the thickness. It used to be sort of 45 was a low profile. No, he had like 20s. So it was a rubber band.
If he hits a pothole, mate.
Yeah, he went through so many tyres because
Yeah.
he just hit all the potholes.
Yeah.
But so the government's not looking up, the local government isn't looking after the infrastructure of these towns. They're spending stupid amounts of money on all these things. So back to, if reform doesn't do well, they're not getting anywhere in the next election. This is the litmus test for them to see if they can actually do what they say.
I think they've got 2 years, right?
Don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that.
General election is in 2 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll see what they do in these local constituents.
Yeah.
How they manage. I mean, a lot of councils are going bankrupt.
Great chat.
Yeah.
We were disquieted, or are disquieted. And
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back. I'm Simon.
I'm George.
And it's good night from me.
It's good night from him.